Are you thinking of how to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you chosen taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Yobe to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 53% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you at the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professional from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and income of the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you chosen taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Yobe to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To order, call 080-912-44449.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Pretty Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you thinking of how to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining today. Today, we are looking at the export potential of Yobe. If you are joining us for the first time, remember these videos are all on Voice of African Trade on YouTube. So if you have missed any of the edition of this program, try to visit our YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade. Like, share, subscribe to our channel, and remember to click on the notification bell so we know when we upload new videos. If you're also here to get the book Built to Go Global, the book basically explains why export businesses fail, why many export businesses are not ready, and what they need to do in order to be deemed ready to go global with their product. If you also want to get the link to this program every week, you can visit that YouTube channel. It's called African Export Business Platform. African Export Business Platform. African Export Business Platform is a YouTube channel dedicated solely for the purpose of disseminating information about this particular program, with so many conversations going on that platform as far as international trade is concerned. So we are now in Yobe. We have only Zamfara to go. So from Abia to Adamawa to Akwa Ibom to Anambra. We've been to Bauchi, we've been to Gombe, we've been to Benue, we've been to Borno State. We were in Cross River not quite long. I mean, having reviewed this whole program, this whole state for such a long time. Then we went to Delta, then Ebonyi State, then Edo State, then Ekiti State, then Enugu State, then Gombe State, and then Imo, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogi, Kwara, then Lagos, then Nasarawa, then Niger, then Ondo State, Ogun State, Osun State, Oyo State, and then Plateau State. Before the break, December, we did Rivers and Sokoto State. Last week, in the new year, we did Taraba State. We did Taraba State. And today, we are moving on to Yobe State. By next week, we'll be doing Zamfara. By the last week of this month, we'll be summarizing all that we have done in the last, how many weeks now? Almost 40 weeks. And then we move on to a new topic. And I'll talk about the fact that the new topic will be focused mainly on sourcing for buyers, which seems to be a major challenge for many organizations in Nigeria, sourcing for buyers. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we start a conversation regarding this very interesting state, which is called Yobe State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Creating Impact Trade Academy in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies brings to you from expert novice to expert legend. This is an expert mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. As usual, every week we go through about 7 areas. We have a preamble. And after the preamble, we discuss peculiarity of this state, in this case, Yobe State. Then profile of the state, then the export potential and the purchasers, before we have our proposal to the government and how the state can profit from export of its own product. Yobe State. Why must Yobe State export or support exporters in the state? To avoid over-dependence on federal allocation, to boost the GDP of the state, to create a huge opportunity for SME to grow, to decrease dependence on domestic market, to earn export proceeds and grow revenue of the state, to earn export proceeds and grow revenue of the state. Farming become more lucrative because of export. It can also help the state to gain global recognition because of market share. Home of creativity and innovation is one of the benefit because of the demand to be creative from the competition in the export market. It can make the state become industrialized, job creation opportunity, help the state to know the value of what the state has as a competitive advantage, can help the state to lead for others to follow, make the state to be independent of federal government. There are numerous incentives for exporters in the state, opportunity to maximize the state indigenous abroad, poverty eradication in the state, help the state to keep the league of state depending on wasting assets like oil, help the state to revive its economy, slow down rural urban migration, tax-free opportunity for the state, utilization of idle capacity of company in the state, viability of the state is boosted, wealth creation for citizens of the state, help the state to extract potential of product found in the state, also yearn for more improvement because of competition and zero in on its area of strength. What do you see in Yobe? Of course, there are not interesting stuff to see in Yobe when you look at the challenge of security and level of poverty and unemployment. What do you see in Yobe? Unemployment? Of course, there are unemployment. And like I say every week, in as much as I try to focus on the opportunities, that is not denying or to deny the challenge that Nigerian state actually face. How about poverty? You can choose to focus on the frustration of the people, but I would recommend you focus on the opportunities in farming, and we'll see that shortly, opportunities in mining, and more importantly, opportunities in the population in this state. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll begin to discuss the peculiarity of this state called Yobe State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Creating Impact Trade Academy in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right, peculiarities. Peculiarities. Yobe State was carved out of Borno State in 1991 by Babangida regime, situated in the northeastern flank of Nigeria, occupied 45,000 square kilometer landmass. It has a border in the east to Borno State, Gombe State in the south, Bauchi and Jigawa State in the east, Niger Republic in the north. It's an agrarian state with deposit of several minerals, making the potential area for agriculture mining. He said it's nicknamed Pride of Sahel. It lies mainly in the Sahara, in the Savannah belt. Hence, the state is dry and hot for most part of the year, except in the southern part of the state, which has a milder climate. The state is dominated by Kanuri ethnic group and is an example of endurance of traditional political institutions in some area of Africa. The emir of former Kane Borno Empire have played a part in politics of this area for nearly 1,000 years. He has opportunities in light manufacturing, healthcare, tourism, energy, mining. Total land mass, 46 square kilometer, capital Damaturu. It has 17 local governments and a population of about 3.5 million people. Vegetation, Sudan and Sahel Savannah. What are the major crops? And that is our focus every week, like you know. Sorghum, millet, groundnut, cowpea, that's beans, maize, sesame, beef, dairy, livestock, gum arabic, cotton, and then solid mineral like clay, sand, silica sand, gypsum, diatomite. This state has the largest cattle market in West Africa. A very huge deposit of gypsum, kaolin, and limestone. That's a huge agri and livestock potential. Tourism potential include Goya Valley, the deepest gorge valley in Nigeria, Damfuna Kano, over 8,000 years old, Befi Festival, Yaguna Best Sanctuary, Obini Nga Zagamo, and to lower oasis. Opportunity exists for investment in livestock, maize, gum arabic, millet, groundnut, rice, sesame, cotton, tourism, and fishery. This state is said to have the finest grade of gum arabic and sesame seed in Nigeria. Working population of 2.1 million, or working age population, about 1.5 is not in labor force. Unemployment rate is 52.5%. Underemployed, 21. If you add it together, total about 75%. Go on a short break. When we return, we begin to focus on the profile of this state.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you chosen taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 50% discount, call 080-912-44449.
All right. Profile. And we see the income, revenues, budget, debt, and how this state is spending the money it's receiving. Total debt stock of this state is 92 billion, among some of the lowest in Nigeria. Number 29 in terms of debt out of 36, so it's really very low. But in 2019 and 2021, the governor, I don't know if it's a new governor or the old one, he has almost more than double, almost triple the debt of the state. If you look at this state clearly, you will notice that this state is among the states in Nigeria that can never be able to survive. But for Abuja, this state earned 8.46 billion naira in IGR. That's 12.74%. Federal allocation, 87%. Capital expenditure of this state, 44.4 billion. Recurrent, 59. Remember, IGR, 8. Recurrent expenditure, 59. Of course, you know. But for Abuja, a state like this can never survive. A state like this can never survive. But yet, this same state has what it takes to survive. Only that, more often than not, the people, more often than not, the people have not been able to harness the potential opportunity that is in the state as a result of bad leadership. As a result bad leadership. As a result of bad leadership. The overall fiscal performance ranking of Yobe, the state with one of the largest, can you see that? Cattle market in West Africa. And do you know live animal export is a business that have a huge potential in Africa. And this is worsened by the fact that it dropped 13 places, 34th, from 24th position it attained in 2021 in its ranking, fiscal performance ranking. Regardless, the state improved its IGR by 8.75 from 77 to 88.4, from 7.7 to 8.4 billion in 2021. The state not only generated the lowest IGR among 36 states, also had the 34th highest IGR growth rate. So lowest IGR, lowest growth rate of even IGR. Furthermore, 85% of the state IGR was released from the payee. The import of this is that the state needs to embark on far-reaching tax reforms to improve other forms of its tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Having ranked 24th on the ease of doing business in 2021, the state needs to improve on infrastructure and security and its regulatory environment to better the ease of doing business. A look at the revenue structure of the state revealed that the state still significantly relies on federally distributed revenue to fund its budget. In 2021 fiscal year, its gross FAC made up 75.89% of the total revenue of 76.34 billion. Yobe State, with the largest cattle market in West Africa, need to exploit the livestock sector. The state is not even looking at that at all. I mean, sometimes you just be wondering how you have leaders who are not interested in growth, because there is huge opportunity here for growth, but they are not exploring it. They are not exploring it. Unfortunately, now, Yobe, with the largest cattle market in West Africa, need to exploit the livestock sector, which is worth over 30 trillion naira, by partnering with private sector to develop modern method for cattle rearing, while exploiting its wind and solar potential to irrigate the Great Zim field. These are the potential to transform the revenue trajectory of the state. This is another opportunity for the state. Having faced a year of civil unrest from Boko Haram, the state needs to ramp up investment in human capital development with health and education as the entry point. Yobe rank among bottom states in health spending per capita and education spending per capita. The state spending per capita on health and education was 607 per person and 1,293 per person, respectively. Both figures quoted above are far cry from the subnational average. Generally, the state increased the total expenditure by 32.4%. More disaggregated data show that the state overhead costs grew by 56.3%. Yobe total debt is 92 billion. The state grew its debt by 42% from 2020, while its debt stock grew from 54 to 82. Its debt stock declined. Its external debt, domestic debt grew, but the external debt declined from 26 to 24. State ranked 29th most indebted state in the country, second largest least indebted state in the Northeast region behind Gombe, with a debt to GDP ratio of 8.53%. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll be talking about the potential opportunity available in Yobe State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Pretty Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. So what are the potential opportunities in Yobe State? The major occupation of the people of Taraba, sort of Yobe State rather, is in cash crop. Yobe terrain consists of plain that is drained by seasonal Komadugu Yobe River, tributary in the north, and by the Gongola River in the south. The state's vegetation is predominantly Sudan savanna type with scattered acacia tree. There are also areas of Sahel savanna consisting of sandy soil and thorn scrub, which is located in the far north. The Kanuri are the principal ethnic group in the state. Sorghum, millet, peanut, cowpea, corn, sesame, cotton are primary products. So imagine a state that have sorghum, millet, granite, beans or cowpea, corn, sesame, cotton, and that state is having so much debt. Cattle herding and farming are chief occupation of the people of this state. So let's look at the market potential of this product. For example, market potential of granite, $3.19 billion, with demand in China, Vietnam, Indonesia, Netherlands, Germany, Russia, United Kingdom, Poland, Mexico, Canada, Algeria. In Africa, $171 million market, Algeria, South Africa, Tanzania, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, Rwanda. How about cotton? Who are those that Yobe can sell cotton to? And what is the market size? Market size is $15.4 billion. And they can export to China, Vietnam, Bangladesh, India, Turkey, Indonesia, Pakistan, Thailand, Mexico, Egypt, Malaysia. In Africa, the demand is 338 million, and a major market exists in states like Borno State. But we have also demand in Mauritius, South Africa, Algeria, and Morocco. How about corn? There's huge demand for corn. $36.3 billion. From Japan to South Korea, to Mexico, to Spain, to Germany, to Egypt, Colombia, Peru. In Africa, look at the market demand of corn, $3.73 billion. Who are those buying? Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, South Africa, Kenya, Senegal. How about sesame? Sesame seed. Remember, this state have the highest quality of sesame seed and gum arabic. $3.45 billion market. China, Japan, Turkey. India, Germany, Greece are major markets. Demand in Africa, very low, 167 million. Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Togo, Algeria, Ghana. Gum Arabic, $325 million. And demand from France, United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, India, Japan, United States, Mexico. And in Africa, Eswatini, that's Swaziland, South Africa, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, 13.1 million. Even millet, $201 million. With local market, African market, South Africa, Libya, Tunisia. But Indonesia, Germany, Belgium, Canada, leading the demand. In Africa, Morocco, Egypt, South Africa, Tunisia, Libya, Niger. How about sorghum? $866 million. China, Japan, Kenya, Mexico, Spain. In Africa, $169 million. Come on. 169 African market demand. Now, we'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll be talking about my proposal to this state called Yobe State.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Pretty Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
All right. So here's my proposal. And we can take any of the products. For example, if you look at this state, Yobe State, if we decide to focus on peanut, what can the state do to support its businesses and leveraging on peanut potential? Remember, the demand for peanuts is about $3.19 billion. So for example, the state can set up a processing plant for peanut. I bring my peanut to be roasted, it will be shelled, roasted, packaged, and I pick up the fully packaged product afterwards. Afterwards. If production and harvesting is done by SME, primary processing and secondary processing and packaging done by SME, marketing, sales, logistics, and export distribution are done by SME, we have inefficient, and that's what happened right now for a number of value chain in Nigeria. Inefficient value chain operator, low processing capacity and low output, few job creation, low quality and packaging, high cost of production, and non-competitive products in the export market. So if we decide to get a large corporate to take care of processing and packaging, so that the SME too can focus on market development, purchase raw material, take it to this large corporate to process, and pick up any product afterwards, we'll have created an efficient value chain operator, processing high price capacity and high output, good quality packaging, low cost of production, and competitive products in the export market, increase job creation, decrease inequality, and decrease insecurity. In order to export to support the exporter in Yobe State to enter export market in Africa, Europe, and America in a secure and sustainable way. The state can do the following: partner with representative at destination to market and secure contract, set up warehouse for pickup by wholesaler and retailer at destination, set up an entity, agent, or distributor at destination, partner with independent agent or distributor at destination, organize and sponsor manufacturers for exhibition in the export market. How can the state profit directly? Let's use sesame seed as an example. The state have an arable land of 1.7 million hectares. If 30% is used to cultivate, 30% being 524,000 hectares, at a yield per hectare of 1 metric tons, we can get 524 metric tons of sesame seed. Yobe alone can actually produce more sesame seed than what Nigeria is currently producing. If you use 30% of its arable land to coordinate, to cultivate this, at an FOB price of 1.3, an exchange rate of 4.15, this state can generate $282 billion. If we remove the cost of farming, cost of export, profit of farmers, we'll be left with about 215. What's the budget of Yobe State this year? 164 billion naira. 164 billion naira. 164 billion naira. How can this happen? The state can partner with the private sector in an agreed ratio. The state provide fund, maybe owing 80% of this special purpose vehicle. This special purpose vehicle for farmer into cooperative across the state, issue a purchase order backed by a guarantee. The state provide training, input, support for farmer. The SPV provide collection center for harvest, of the harvest rather, clean up, process, package the goods, sort for buyers in Europe and America, ship the goods, present document for payment, get paid, pay the farmers, pay the suppliers, pay his partner, and use the rest for development of the state. The impact of the suggested model for state government goes beyond generation of revenue via export. That's humongous impact on employment generation and increased economic activity in the state. This is my opinion. It's a more effective, efficient, and enduring model for diversifying the economy of any state in Nigeria. This model can also be replicated by federal government at the federal level, especially for the exportation of minerals. Before we close, we'll go on a short break.
Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right. So next week, we're going to be having the last episode before the summary. By the end of the month, we're having the summary. And then in February, we'll be starting a new series, tag, leveraging on ICT for export market access. So here, we have done Yobe, and next week, we are moving on to that state that have a lot of deposits of lead and currently producing gold bars, and that's called Zamfara State. If you're here to get the book Beauty Go Global, if you're thinking of going to export, this will be the first book you should read to know exactly why businesses in export fail and what you can do differently. You can get this video on the Voice of African Trade. Subscribe, like, share, drop your comment, and remember to click on the notification bell to know when we upload new video. African Export Business Platform is a Telegram channel where the link to this program is dropped every week.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro-processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. Creating Impact Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you a professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you chosen taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled To Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 53% discount, call 080-912-44449. Are you an account officer, relationship manager, or marketer in a bank? Are you struggling to meet your income and deposit targets? Are you on the verge of losing your job for non-performance? You desire a change for the better in your career? Then register for the Certified Global Trade Management Professionals from the American Institute of Extended Studies to acquire skills needed to solve import-export trade customers' problems and consequently attract the deposit and inform the transaction to your bank. Registration is currently ongoing. Call this number to register today. Are you thinking about to maximize export opportunities in Africa under the AfCFTA? Are you looking for where to get a detailed export market information for almost all African countries? Are you looking for the item of import in different African countries and the value of import done by different countries? Then visit the African Trade Intelligence Platform via the globaltradetutor.com. You can have access to all this information every month for just $20 only. For more information, call this number or send an email to the email address below.
All right, thank you very much for being able to join today. See you next week as we go to Zamfara. Have a wonderful weekend and bye-bye.